Welcome to the Home Talk podcast brought to you by Bet Niger, your home of Bet Boom. When I go see the excitement, the thing they show for my face, because anytime we discuss football with people who sabi, and you go learn, and it go sweet you for belle, you go know. Especially because you get some people who say, we go drag them. Some normally, they don't accept the dragging. Some see they live in denial, but we go drag them. Even enter next season. My name is Husband Material. But before I introduce this great man when they're with me inside studio, make I let you know, say, 200 million, now it be maximum payout. Now only Bet Niger they run am. That what I mean, say, as you do like this on top of Bet Niger, you feel win 200 million. Why you they go for 1 million? No, tell me. When you get 200 million, make Bet Niger so Ankara for you. Bring Parara and talking drama. Make that they follow you. Make for your whole area. They do signboard because you chop maximum payout on top of Bet Niger. So I'm going to go straight into the introduction of the great man when they're with me. I'm going to begin by my immediate right. This guy and Victor Osimhen. Omologo Olusosun, they be 5 and 6. Anything when he give you about Osimhen, accept him, believe him, because he get direct info. He also don't rise through the ranks to become my director. He love grassroots football and he carry up for head. Ladies and gentlemen, the one and the only Pooja!
Welcome to Boom.
Welcome to Boom. Ladies and gentlemen, when you see director, you go also see Oga. He good made that they go hand in hand. This one, anything we concern Ikorodu, whether na the people when they play, whether na the city, if they carry everything for head. Ladies and gentlemen, the one and the only table shaker, breaker, destroyer, Toby Eke,
I don't gentle now.
You don't gentle. You don't cause one like this. No wala. Ladies and gentlemen, this man mesmerizes on the microphone. When it comes to punditry, you go no say sabi. When it comes to commentary, the thing they're very, very easy to ram. He's very, very slick. Give it to him. The one and the only Ronaldinho on the microphone. Sawadinho!
Me, I don't gentle too.
You know,
Why you go gentle? Because that's why I go win league.
We're all gentle. I just born it.
You all know be gentility. You have accepted your fate.
Trophy
they come out. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll go right into the action. You know how we do it now on the Home Talk podcast, brought to you by Bet Niger. Boom, boom, boom.
Get explosive odds at random. Introducing Bet Boom. Get massive odds on any sports bet, however you play. Singles, multiples, in play. Zoom. It's time to boom your bet. Available now, only on Bet Niger.
Welcome to the weekly roundup segment. For the next 10 minutes, we'll just go around the interesting things that happened in the world of football. We'll just summarize them. Barakbo, just carry the team together, make we understand. And make we start first with this game when plenty people they look forward to, even though nothing significant day. 196 competitive matches. Manchester United 80 wins. Manchester City 61 wins, 55 draws. But the last Manchester derby where we see, I want to ask you, was that the worst Manchester derby that you have ever seen in your life? And you will be saying you watch Otto Gloria, coach Super Eagles, you know, say you be senior man. That derby where you see, Sawa, tell me from the bottom of your heart, what do you think of that Manchester derby?
That's the level where both clubs are at right now. That's the level. I don't think any of the both teams will believe it that pitch, thinking that, would have done better. You understand? I think both of them will be happy with the result. You understand? It's arguably one of the worst derbies ever. You know, not just because it didn't produce goals. You know, there was nothing exciting about it. You understand? But that is where both teams are at. I mean, for the first time in almost a decade, Man City might not be playing in the Champions League. You know, and Manchester United is not even in the conversation of playing in Europe, playing European football next season.
We don't want to play Europe.
Yeah, I get it. I get that. No, don't rub it in. I'm just telling you. You should be asking me a question. So that's the level where both clubs are at the moment. So you don't expect anything. It's no different from Ipswich Bournemouth. You know.
Hi.
It's gonna be your fault.
Or Ipswich Southampton.
Ogala, you na shareholder for Manchester United. Make I ask you, what do you think, say, both managers go take from that game yesterday?
No, I think I disagree with Sawa saying Man City might not. Yes, I know he used the word might not play in the Champions League. I think Man City, had a lot in that game yesterday. If they won, they push into the top 4 and they keep the hopes of finishing top 4 because I feel like Pep will be disappointed if they don't finish top 4. I think if he gets to finish top 4, win the FA Cup, it might be a consolation for a declined season. So I mean, for Man United, there's nothing to play for. They're just playing for pride. Bottom 10 it's really a ridiculous season for them. So. I mean, it's one of those worst derbies you will see. But you see, this Manchester derby, if you witness it live, I've witnessed one in 2022. Irrespective of the position, if you had Manchester on this weekend, you will feel it. I mean, this guy doesn't care the position of both clubs. They just want to win. The energy is there. I mean, the love for both clubs is there. The bragging right as well for the fans. I mean, any day they are hosting this derby, the entire Manchester is always shut down. I mean, they don't care about the position, just want to get the win. And I feel like United fans will feel pain because, I mean, getting a double over Man City will be something they will brag about, in their own terrible season as well. But I feel like Man City will be more pain in this one. If they win, I mean, getting closer to the top 4 was very much possible.
Interesting. I mean, for so many people, that derby game, now something will be said, they look, this thing, we think say it go bring excitement. But for football lovers, perhaps the consolation, especially if you be Arsenal fan, now waiting Fulham. No, Arsenal. Waiting Fulham.
I thought you were still on this.
Waiting Fulham do Liverpool. Pooja, did you see that result coming? First, 5 goals for that game. Then 3 to Fulham. 2 to Liverpool, where even first start scoring for the game.
Well, I think to be fair on Fulham, I think they've been decent this season. Across board, performance-wise, we've seen, we'll be coming to a mold under the manager. And for Liverpool, I think Liverpool is, taking their legs off the gas now because, looking at what Arsenal did, over the weekend as well, couldn't win against the team. So it looks like, okay, fine, what is going to happen? Let's just go and have fun. So for Fulham, good for them because they lost out of the FA Cup. So they're looking for come back to form a winning way. So for Liverpool, I think it's just like they feel like they just need 4 wins, 1 draw to win the title. So they still have enough. And Arsenal, who of course are the chasers, are not coming to the party. So
they're not serious.
So for Liverpool, it's more like they lost the game. They're the second loss of the season. But at the end of the day, in their own mentality, they feel like they've already won the league.
Sawa, let me do you the honor.
No, I expected Fulham to win.
No, wait, not Liverpool, Fulham. Who are you expecting Fulham to win?
No, I expected Fulham to win.
Now. Don't leave Liverpool. Leave Fulham. I expected Fulham to leave Fulham, Liverpool. You expected Fulham to win.
Yeah.
And you also expected Arsenal to beat Everton.
Yes.
So let me ask you now.
Yeah.
This imaginary title race, when you don't, they tell us, say, una they pursue. We remember your promise to come here and buy us lunch.
Yes, I did.
If Arsenal does not win, because you be tell us saying that once we enter 2025.
I don't make that promise for you.
No worry, we will play the clip.
Yeah, we'll play the clip. We'll look for the clip.
But let me ask you, is it over for Arsenal this season?
It's been over since. It's been over since.
But
I said the first time I said it is over.
1 week it is over. The next week is not over.
Now, see now. The first time I said it was over was match week 10. If you remember, there's a video to that effect. Match week 10. That was when I said it was over.
Then the other one.
You understand? Then we had a chance of reviving the season.
And you said it wasn't
in the January transfer window. And we did not do any business. And I knew it was over. And then Havertz was injured. Merino became your striker. Saka injured, Martinelli injured, Ben White injured, Calafiori on and off, and all of that. I mean, it's been over since, like, forever. If Arsenal is chasing you, you can go to bed. If you're chasing Arsenal, you can also go to bed that you catch up with them. If they're chasing you, you can go to bed that they will not catch up with you. You understand? I think we suffered more this season because of the manager and let me not pin it all on the manager, because I know the manager has 70% of the blame, but let me say the board refused to do business. You understand? In getting a striker, because I think this whole, he must suit a profile. Did Raheem Sterling suit any profile? And you brought Raheem Sterling on loan to come and do what at Arsenal. You understand? So it's been over since. Liverpool will still lose like 2 more games before the end of the season. But look at the point gap between Arsenal and Liverpool. Arsenal had the opportunity to close the gap to just 5 points. against West Ham. And they lost that game to West Ham at the Emirates. And you want to win the league. At the beginning of the season, I told you here, I said something here. I said, you don't need to beat Man City, Tottenham, Man U, Chelsea to win the league. You don't need to beat the big boys to win the league. You can afford to lose to them and still win the league. As long as you catch all these teams, these other teams on paper and beat them, you are good to go. Liverpool, did not beat us now this season. Or, okay, they just played one leg. But they might win the league comfortably because they are beating everybody they are supposed to beat. Okay. Last season, Arsenal took points from all of the big boys, did the double over Manchester United, I think did double over Liverpool, and then collected 4 points from Man City. But they didn't win the league because they were drawing to Fulham, losing to Aston Villa. So those are the boys that determine who wins the league. The title is over. From Arteta's lineup against Everton, you would have known. I mean, Raheem Sterling started, some of the guys started and all of that. Mm-hmm. He was resting players for the Champions League and all of that. Bro, the season has been over since March week 10.
All right. I just wanted you to come to that
but
reality.
Mathematically.
No, don't leave mathematics.
To express his pain.
I just wanted you to go through it. You know, I used to say nobody interrupt you.
Just give our
so you don't come to the realization and you don't accept that. We go again next season. Don't worry.
Yes, we'll win the league next season.
So in France, they are popping champagne.
Yes, so.
You know, but in Spain, it be like say if he go here, if he go here. I mean, we saw Valencia pick up all 3 points at the Bernabeu against Real Madrid. And we saw the Barcelona against Real Betis game end in a 1-0 draw. Yeah. It can't be like, say, oh yeah, take, they go. No, I no go. Take, they go. No, I no go. Did anybody expect that result?
I think for the Valencia game, I think it's understandable because...
Real Madrid will lose at home.
Not that they will lose. That Ancelotti is not going to field his full strength team for that game. And if you look at Valencia in the last 4 or 5 games, they have been up. They have been doing well. I think they won like 3 out of their 4 games. And in that game as well, it was only Vinicius that was the key guy because I know fully well that he's going to rest players for the Arsenal game. And he did rest players. So for Valencia, it was a shocker because they've not won that for, I think it's 2028 at the Bernabeu. But of course, you know fully well that they will not lose that game because 2008. because you know that they will not feel the full strength of their team, and it happened. And for the love of me, you know, Ancelotti came out to say every of the players have not been serious. Vinicius have lost penalty, Bellingham have lost penalty, Mbappe have lost penalty. So who is the penalty taker at the club? So it's a high level of responsibility that is going on that Ancelotti have to nick in the board right now, or else they may go trophyless. You know, they are playing Copa del Rey with Barcelona.
Yes.
So they have like finals to the end of the season. They are playing Arsenal in the Champions League. They have to win all their games in the league to win the league, and they have to win Barcelona, who they are competing in the league, to win the Copa del Rey final, to win something. So for Ancelotti, the season looks like it's going to be bad at the end of the season and could be very good at the end of the season.
So let me throw this one in since we're celebrating PSG. You know, a lot of people would say, na Farmers League. He really did very, very easy. If you even carry Remo Stars, go there, then go most likely win the league. It's congratulations to PSG, but do you think this still, you know, buttresses that claim that some people make about the Ligue as a league that is not too competitive?
No, I don't think so. You know, it's just more of the person who has the financial, you know, power that can invest more, bring the best players. I mean, pay almost highest wages. I mean, have, you know, the best structure right now. So, I mean, money speaks. Man City won the league for how many years in England? I mean, they were, outmatching everybody in the transfer windows. You know, wages was very high. So you can call it Farmers League because most of those clubs are not close to PSG. We remember those days where Lyon used to dominate. They were not dominated because they were Lyon. Yeah. They were dominated because they were doing what PSG were currently doing. You know, spending everybody, bringing the best quality of players, you know, best coaches in court and all those things. So I mean, they're just the powerhouse right now in France, and I think they will just continue dominating for a very long time.
Interesting. Talking about power. You can have the power, Bet Naija don't give you maximum payout now 200 million. What if they go for small money now? Leave small money, go for money where we say you go buy house, buy motor once. You go put generator for your house as it's sound, go put sign post or Bet Naija. Only Bet Naija they run now. Go for big money, 200 million maximum payout. What are you waiting for? Boom, boom, boom. Welcome to Bet Boom on the Home Turf Podcast. Now, this is where we share the most impressive Bet Boom slips. Remember, tickets that are boomed on Bet Naija based on Bet Boom stand the chance to win up to 1 billion naira. Make I break down so that everybody go understand. What thing that they talk now say, you go play on top of Bet Naija. Bet Naija go look you say, you have been a good boy, you have been a good girl. Let me boom these tickets. So instead of make you win 100 naira, Bet Naija go boom am. And if it boom am to up to 1 billion naira, you hear them? 1 billion naira. So Bet Boom makes sense. And then they talk and say, no be cha. Evidence there to prove. If you do your research, make you find out. Make you know, say people then they boom their ticket and Bet Naija, they reward them. Make I give the first evidence. Now, he get person when big say, the person carry 5 million naira. Remember, say, we they tell you say na 18 plus and stick with what you can afford to lose. This person carry 5 million. Go arrange on top of 2.96 odds. He stake 5 million on top 2.96 odds. And he supposed win 14,800,000 naira. Bet Naija look say, this guy, you get mind. 5 million, 2.96 odds, 14,800,000 naira. No worry. Bet Naija come boom that ticket. Instead of make the person win 14,800,000 naira, Bet Naija boom that ticket to 29,600,000 naira. Now only Bet Naija they run am. This other person carry 100,000 naira stake on top of 6.25 odds. Now, if you check 100k on top 6.25 odds, it's supposed to give you 625,000 naira. Bet Naija boom that ticket to 1,250,000 naira. This other person carry 48k stake on top of 1.42 odds, and the person want win 67,972 naira 80 kobo. Because Bet Naija go give you your kobo. Maybe you just want to use the money buy fuel. Let me just use this 48,000, put it on 1.4, and I'm going to just buy fuel. Bet Naija can talk say you are not only going to buy fuel, you are going to pay your rent. You are going to furnish your apartment. You are going to stock your kitchen. Guess what? Bet Naija boom that ticket to from 67,972 naira 80 kobo. Bet Naija boom that ticket to 3,398,640 naira. Now only Bet Naija they run am. Now only Bet Naija. Then finally 1k. This person carry 1k. Stake on top of 60.24 odds to win 63,254 naira 52 kobo. Bet Naija boom that ticket to 1,265,090 naira 46 kobo. With Bet Naija, you collect even your kobo. Now only Bet Naija they run am, and on top of Bet Boom, 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 boom. What are you waiting for? Go play, and so Bet Naija go boom your ticket. Boom, 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 boom. Pontas corner 9 we dey now, and this men then when Sabi go wear their thinking cap now, and we'll begin to break down the matter. Make we dey discuss now. Congratulations to PSG. Congratulations to PSG. I know it's something that Arsenal cannot relate.
They will see. You go see. Tell me congratulations at the end of this season.
For waiting.
At the end of this season, you go tell me congratulations.
When I won't win Champions League.
You will tell me congratulations.
No problem.
No worry.
You are Sawa, congratulations. But Sawa, the Arsenal fan, leave her. Make we go straight into this, conversation when people don't raise now.
Yeah.
Now, PSG had a project that saw Mbappe, Neymar, and Lionel Messi play together. But that title, when people say them go win that Champions League, the thing elude them.
Yeah.
But this season now, then they look the boys when they front. And then they look the way PSG they play. PSG carry Liverpool. Teach them lesson home and away. Yeah. Come to Anfield. PSG not even want to hear that one. And we saw how it panned out. But people are saying that Mbappe, Neymar, and Lionel Messi project was a failed one. And now this one now be the real deal. Do you agree with that argument?
Well, I've never really been a fan of Galactico projects. You understand? I mean, I'm not against it. I like it. You understand? But I've never really believed that you need Galacticos all around to win. I keep telling people, with Real Madrid's famous Galacticos, they won just one Champions League. Just one. the Zinedine Zidane winning goal against Leverkusen. You understand? That was the only Champions League they won. But with just Ronaldo and a few others that are not really Galacticos, okay, maybe you say Bale because of his the amount of money spent on his signing, they won like 3 straight or won 4 in 5 years. You understand? So Galacticos project do not really, bang Messi, Neymar, Mbappe. I mean, 3 big players and all of that. And you add that to Sergio Ramos, add that to Hakimi, add that to Donnarumma, add that to Wijnaldum. You understand? I mean, it didn't really work. They didn't win the Champions League. They won the league. Oh, no doubt. But PSG has won the league 10 times in the last 12 seasons. Sure. You understand? So I'm not really a fan of it because they say too many captains in one boat. It really makes sense. But you see, players that are maybe on the same level, or you have 1 or 2 stars amongst them, that they will be aspect. Because I believe that you should have 1 or 2 stars among them that you want to up your game to their level. You understand? I think that's way it motivates. But most especially, it is the team spirit overall. It is a team spirit. If the team is together on this and say, Baba, we'll do this thing, that's when you see wonders beginning to happen. The Leicester City team that won the league, there was no star player. No star player. We didn't know N'Golo Kante. We didn't know Real Madrid. We didn't know Jamie Vardy. We didn't know any of them. But they won the league because they were just winning one game at a time, and then the momentum was building, the confidence was coming, and then the belief was coming, rising, and all of that. And then they won. You don't really need the stars to win. You need belief. Yes, you need good players, but if they can believe and go on and fight and keep winning just one game at a time, come on, they can do it. You don't necessarily have to sign all of the big names.
Interesting. Oganla, talking about stars and good players, let's look at PSG under Luis Enrique and the UEFA Champions League. I had mentioned the game against Liverpool and how a lot of people are now beginning to say, it be like, say, this PSG team, not really small like that. Do you think that they have what it takes to win the UEFA Champions League?
Yeah, absolutely. It's momentum. It's belief, like Sawa said. And I mean, when you bring out, look at the revelation coming out after Mbappe and Messi left and all this, so much of problems in the dressing room. So this is what you get when you put all these stars together. But when you put quality boys together, people who want to, achieve, make name for themselves, respect the badge of the club. You want to be part of the club history. This is what you get. This kind of performance against Liverpool, progressing in Champions League, having a high, they've won the league, they're still in there. You can't just underrate them right now in the Champions League. You have to give them that respect. They're among the contenders. So this is what you get when you have the quality. And when you have a manager who also understands the vision of the club. They can't spend all this money for over these years and then they will not win the Champions League. It's really going to be terrible for them, irrespective of where they are playing in the French League. They want to win the Champions League. And they can do it with this style of having quality players, quality manager, not necessarily the entire big boys. Just have these quality boys that believe they have the strong mindset, they can compete, and the Champions League can just drop for them. They might even win the Champions League before Arsenal.
What do you carry Arsenal enter that analysis now?
You just put
what do you carry Arsenal enter that analysis?
Division and Champions League.
Arsenal and Man, be mates.
For where? For where? Master Man,
See where Arsenal, they see where Man U.
Now what season they judgment?
For the last 4 seasons, you don't finish above us. For the last 4 seasons,
you don't win league.
For 3 straight seasons,
you win league.
You don't finish above Arsenal.
That will be trophy.
3 questions to settle this. Last season, Manchester United won the FA Cup.
Yes.
What did Arsenal win last season?
Last season?
We finished above Man U.
No, you said for 3 seasons. I just asked this question. Now, straight question. What did Arsenal win last season? You won the FA Cup.
They went to second position.
Okay.
Arsenal win Community Shield last season. They win Community Shield last season.
You don't get answer.
They win Community Shield last season.
Second question. Manchester United don't win Champions League 3 times. How many times Arsenal don't win them?
Wait, why are you asking this question? Are you asking as a Man U fan or?
No, I just wanted to settle.
No, while and Ashe, Arsenal go win their first one this season. No worry.
Go win
their first one this season.
All right, no problem. Until they win them.
They go win their first Champions League this season. Then all this argument go rest.
No problem. Pooja, now only if you answer this question. Now I save them for you. You know, say when season first starts, when all of us they talk Osimhen. Thank God say the team play out as it play out. He still get where he go. And he show, say, he just want play ball. If them put Osimhen for Arsenal, I did very sure say we're going to talk Champions League, we're going to talk EPL. Yeah. Now, Osimhen has been outstanding in Turkey. Even Galatasaray fans, they admit and say the guy bring better bounce to the club. I want to ask you, at the end of this season, because it's a good Messi plan, and I want you look your crystal ball, do you think Osimhen should remain in Turkey or he should leave? And if he would leave, where?
The number one question is for Osimhen is Galatasaray cannot afford that money.
Chai.
Unfortunately, I think right now the buyer clause is over 70 million pounds, and Napoli want to cash out, so it needs to go to a bigger club that can sign. If you look at England, I think 2 clubs can afford that money: Arsenal and Man United. And for Man United, I think forget the history. I think he's not going to get to his ambition because Man United are falling apart. For Arsenal, they are already on the eye, but they have like 2 seasons to go. Because if you look at Saliba have 2 years to go, Saka 1 year to go, Ben White, most of them ends like 2 years. So he needs to go to that kind of a club that they have ambition. Arsenal have that ambition now. But if you look at the other side, if you look at Serie A, Napoli doesn't want him because Conte, of course, doesn't want, because there's Lukaku, there's Juventus, there's Inter Milan. At Inter Milan, there are a lot of competitions. There are 2 key guys, Martinez and Thuram, which of course they won the league and they are about to win another league. So it will be very difficult for him to break into that channel. If you look at Juventus, they just sacked 𝗧𝗦𝗥𝗖𝗠𝗟 Motta. They have a new manager. Maybe the manager feels like they need a proper striker to compete again. Remember, when it comes to the firepower in the Serie A, Juventus are top there. And the competition is not that swift. So for Osimhen, is going to leave Turkey because there was offer in January because, of course, clubs want to, by that time he has scored 20 goals. But he cannot leave because he has given his word to Turkey or to Galatasaray that he's not going to leave the club in January. But in the summer, I think he's going to leave. 2 things very key. They have to match Napoli with transfer fee, and they have to match Osimhen wages. For Chelsea may still come back, but Chelsea don't want to break their wage structure, which is the biggest problem. And of course, you look at Osimhen, fan of Chelsea, wears Chelsea jersey during his time at Southampton, but that wage issue is with Chelsea. But with Arsenal, they can pay the fee, they can pay his wages. For Man United, those ones are that Dangote. The money they for ground. They are not. But in terms of ambition, I think Arsenal is the best bet for him to go to. They can afford both fee, but for Man United, they need a striker as well. I think Arsenal are going for Gyökeres and Amorim if he's wise enough. But I know fully well that Osimhen is coming to mainstream because he's just 26, and the form right now has opened the doors that this guy can do it anywhere in Europe.
Interesting. Now let's talk about a team that anytime they are away, it be like say that they leave confidence for their home ground. Chelsea Football Club. Away now, and Chelsea, one sentence, no go at all. They are really struggling every time they play away from the Stamford Bridge.
1 in 9.
I want to ask you, from team when they say, oh, we are not competing, no, we just want 3 points, to now praying earnestly for even 1 point away from home and blaming Sancho for anything, rain fall for London and Sancho Kosam, blaming him for anything. Do you think it's a problem of tactics or not just the season for Chelsea or that manager, the first Hayaj when he carry come, the thing, but now he be like say they don't expose him?
Individual brilliance. They've been riding on the back of individual brilliance. Cole Palmer and a few flashes here and there. And then she beat them in the abuse Nicholas Jackson. Now Jackson no day. They don't fit to score. You understand? They abuse Jackson. Say, oh, Jackson, they miss chances and all of that. I would not pin it to Enzo Maresca because, the guy won the championship with Leicester. Didn't he? He did. He won the Champions League with Leicester, the championship with Leicester. And they played some brilliant football. You saw 1 or 2 things. One of Chelsea's biggest problem, in fact, their biggest problem started with firing Thomas Tuchel. That's the worst decision I have seen in recent times in football. firing Thomas Tuchel was the biggest problem of Chelsea. You understand? Since then, from Graham Potter to was it Pochettino to this Enzo Maresca, they have been struggling. They have been struggling. And then that whole transfer policy of signing anything you can sign, even if you want to get 100 players, just get them and all of that and expect
dressing
that
room somebody, can be like boys hostel.
Exactly, NYC camp. You understand? Then expect somebody to come and make them blend overnight. It don't go work. Sometimes it works.
Simon.
Different level players at the conference
league. And another one for Premier League. And they can afford to play another 11 in the FA Cup if they want to. You understand? Sometimes it works for some people. I mean, Nottingham Forest signed like 30. Was it like 30 players? But then Nottingham Forest, they did not really sign the way Chelsea was signing. They signed like players that they have quality or they are promising and all of that.
They have EPL experience.
Yeah, they have EPL experience and all of that. Remember, they came in with was it Sejuri and the rest of them, some of those guys with experience and all of that. And then gradually, and luckily for them, they went for a manager that had his EPL experience as well. He did a fantastic job at Wolverhampton Wanderers, let's not forget. Mm-hmm. He only went south for him at Tottenham Hotspur. I mean, it goes south for everybody at Tottenham Hotspur. Then he took a sabbatical, went to Saudi and did the League and Cup double and came back. And now he's doing wonders with Nottingham Forest. But Chelsea, your transfer policy, we didn't even know if they were going youth or they were going experience or they were going this and that and that. And you expect them to blend all of a sudden. Even when they were getting towards top 2 and all of that and managing their expectations in quote, they knew that team was not good. I said it here. I've been saying it. They knew that team was not good. You understand? But luckily for them, it's been a terrible season for almost all the teams apart from Liverpool. You understand? So with all of their wumbling and fumbling, they can still make top 4. They're still ahead of Manchester City. That's to tell you how bad the other teams have been. So they need an experienced manager. I don't think Enzo Maresca is the man to get those boys, to their peak. They need an experience. They have fantastic players. Don't get me wrong. They have very talented young players. Enzo Fernandez is a World Cup winner. What are we talking about? Cole Palmer is one for the future. What are we talking about? Moise Caicedo, literally almost every top club wanted him. And I mean, maybe they just need to change something in the goalkeeping department and tweak the defense here and there. But they have a squad that can begin to challenge favorably. But this Chelsea team, the next 2 seasons, they won't be there.
Talking about something that you have to change, there are certain things that will definitely happen, whether you want it to change or not. Thomas Müller would leave Bayern Munich. And, I mean, this guy has practically played all his professional life for this team. For those who ain't go viewing center that year, everybody know Thomas Müller. And this time, it's time to... Do you think it's the end of an era in the German Bundesliga? Because it would appear like we are seeing players who have played for quite some time, leaving the league completely. And it can't be like, say, they get all those, say normally if you go by and you go see person who done there 11 years, 12 years, 15 years. But now it be like, say, for the Bundesliga now, if you do well for Dortmund, Bayern go sign you. If you do well for Bayern, you go definitely come England or you go Spain. So it's now looking like we are far from that era. What do you think, Oganla?
Yeah, I mean, it's disappointing to see how football is turned into. In those days, you see people like Müller will not leave Bayern. They will end their career there. Will start and end there. Why is he leaving? He should finish his career. They should end there. It should be. I mean, he's a legend already. It should be someone that will finish. I mean, even transit to management at that same club, like what they did to Giggs, Carrick at United. Even Carrick joined later. Giggs started with United as a kid. I mean, surprising to see that Müller is leaving. I don't understand the kind of sporting director and the management structure that we used to have now. This kind of Müller should be there. Young boys will come, he will, motivate them, mentor them, be that key guys. I mean, at some point, Giggs were not getting games at United, but he was just there. He was just there, and these young guys want to learn from Giggs. There's a lot that these guys can do for the team. There's a lot they can do for the league. As like you mentioned, you know how it works in Germany in those days. I mean, Bayern will pick the best players in the smaller teams, bring it to Bayern. I mean, they look very strong in Europe as well. Dominating as well in Germany. Now they find it very difficult to even keep their players. I mean, they're also trying these days to also, compete, bring players from other European clubs as well. I mean, got some guys listed from England and the rest, and even the manager from England. But, I mean, for me, for Müller's situation, I feel like these guys should be there. Finish your career there. hand it there, be more than just a player. It should be the image of the club. But I mean, football is changing, like I mentioned, but these sporting directors are having different ideas now. You're 30, you're 35, you have to leave. I mean, for younger players, you should not work that way. We should still keep that heritage.
Talking about another person who is also leaving, Pooja, KDB, announced in an emotional post his departure from Manchester City. While many of us feel bad. Because the guy used assist. The guy used assist one key people. Second highest in the English Premier League in the last 10 years. Nobody don't do what the guy don't do. Yeah. But do you think that somebody like KDB still has maybe a year or two for Manchester City? Or this stage when you don't reach now, you bow out when the ovation is loudest?
I think it's done, after the Manchester derby, I saw a tweet that said, his brain is still in 2017, but his leg is in 2025. It's gone. The leg is gone. I think he has done so well at that top level. He has won so well that mentality is already off. And I think that's what is going on at Man City presently, because I don't think they'll be chasing something tangible and they will allow him to even do a tribute in like 8 massive games to go. If they're actually chasing maybe Arsenal or chasing the title. But it shows what is going on at the club right now. For KDB, I think is the last guy last effective player, is the most effective player ever for me. He doesn't do the Ozil, the not proper number 10, the Ozil or the Fabregas. He doesn't do that. He's very direct and, look at the assists, look at the goals. Arsenal can confess to that. He loves playing against Arsenal. You can check the record. So it's very direct, very straightforward. And I think the effective players that we've seen now is maybe Trossard or maybe Dani Olmo. But for KDB in the EPL, legend already. And like I said, mentality, there's nothing to motivate him again. But I think he has like 2-3 years to still go ensure that he gets more pension outside England.
Now let's talk about technology. AI finding its way into football. The announcement by the EPL that they are introducing a new semi-automated offside technology. Some people have come to say this would really improve the game. Others have said, when you take away, that human touch, you would kill the game. Sawa, let's be technical now. What do you think? Do you think that let's just leave that, human touch, make it happen so that passion one will get, go there. But if you try make them perfect, it go destroy everything.
The human touch in England is killing the game. The human touch in England is killing the game.
Technology, they kill the game too.
Everything.
Consistent,
The human touch is killing the game. I mean, look at the penalty awarded to Everton against Arsenal. Somebody reviewed that on VAR and allow that penalty to stand.
But now human being still review the technology.
That's what I'm saying now. Somebody reviewed that. A human being reviewed that and allowed that to go. Look at the red card that was given to my Skelly. A human being reviewed that and allowed that to go. Look at the stump on, was it Jeremy Doku last season against Liverpool? A human being reviewed that and allowed that to go. So the English Premier League referees, the PGMOL, is arguably the worst in the world. Arguably. They are only better than the NRA, the Nigerian Referees Association. They are only better than the NRA, Nigerian Referees Association, because those ones, they are shameless.
Now because they get technology. If people get technology,
if even NRA get technology, they go worse.
They go worse. They go still be same with TPS.
See, NRA, now just grace. They fit award penalty for far away happen for midfield. Oh God, the Nigerian Referee Association is the worst on the earth, on planet Earth.
Allegedly.
It's not allegedly. I know they put allegedly. I know allegedly is useless. Nigerian Referees Association is the worst on planet Earth. The only referee association that the English Referee Association is better than PGMOL is the NRA.
Okay.
So, if you're talking about human touch, not PGMOL, they are rock bottom rubbish. And I'm not saying just as an Arsenal fan. I gave you the Jeremy Doku stamp incidents. I can give you a lot more. Fulham, Man City, offside. Was it Akanji that was in front of Ben Leno? And I don't know if it was Akanji, but definitely he impaired on the decision making of the goalkeeper. They viewed that and reviewed that and allowed the goal to stand. They are arguably one of the most corrupt organizations in world football, but they cover these things and then they will bully you. They will oppress you and then bully you. Not to talk with the whole rubbish of bringing the league into disrepute. That's why people like Mourinho will say, if I speak, I'm in problem. People like Arteta will say, I have no words. You understand? They've learned how to bully these guys.
But with the introduction of AI, you should make it better.
So, am I really a fan of AI? Super technology in football? No, I would have loved the human touch. Just like you said, maybe AI will kill off whatever. But then, when the human touch is crazy. But then the thing about AI is that you still need human operation on AI, right? You see it. Now, let me give you something. Atletico Madrid fan group or something. I don't know how true that was. They came up with a release during the week. I don't know if that was true. Analyzing the penalty, the Alvarez penalty, and claiming that the footages which the UEFA video assistant referees claimed that they saw, the camera angles, that they were doctored. I saw that tweet within the week. I'll show you that maybe after the show. So they took it upon themselves to go and check and analyze and all of that. So which means as long as there is human interference, it will still be humans at the back end operating these technologies. They are don't forget that there are people that it is their life job to learn how to hack and break systems and hack into systems. So what if they hack into the AI?
But just to think about this, he get one when never ever cause problem. Like for example, goal line technology.
Yeah,
I never see anybody when no ever complain say
it is very clean.
That's what I'm saying.
And guess what? It was until England was at the receiving end. That was why they started that goal line technology. Remember the Frank Lampard goal at the World Cup in 2006? You understand?
But the conversation the conversation
has been
before,
there. But until they were at the receiving end, that was when they intensified.
Not really.
Now let me tell you about this offside thing. In Qatar, did we have a problem with the offside rule? We did not. It was fast, it was clear, it was neat, on the spot, on the go. But because it was not a technology that was coming from them, I'm telling you, it's because what is stopping almost everybody, almost every league is using that automated system where you have something like a white glass something, and then the part of the body that is offside will just be out of this thing. Who they rule line? Which league they rule line? But England just wants it to be like it is their own. You know, just like football was not invented in England, but then they won't come style and like say, now then do it. So they just want something that will be peculiar to them. This technology now we start up. If not, a lot of countries have moved past this automated AI offside thing. Qatar, they don't move past Sam. We saw it at the World Cup.
We hope say this one, they go move past Sam.
Yeah.
And then the referees too go move.
Leave referee. Leave that referee. Leave the referee.
Arsenal fans are always blaming somebody else for their challenges.
But not true now.
I know, I agree with you. I just say make I put
no, okay, let me ask you.
No,
reminds me with Kelly, let me ask you. That red card against Everton, was that a red card? I mean the penalty against Everton. I make her ask you that. Talk true for once. Make make first batch.
If now after they give the penalty, I go say no they play.
You know the problem.
Say the truth.
The problem is, according to even the ref watch said it. The first obstruction was the foul, and the first obstruction was the pull outside the box. So he now pulled and fell inside the box.
He didn't even pull. The first obstruction was a hit from Harrison. It was actually Harrison that hit him.
No.
You understand?
No.
Outside the box.
But you know, Skelly Ant was around.
See, Skelly put his body in.
That's what I said.
Harrison hand there like this.
That's what I said. Sawa, the first obstruction was outside
the box.
So if you
let's even say that one is
want to
foul.
count it, so he pulled or he obstruct outside the box. That was the foul. So you know, can I now navigate or overrule that obstruction and go all the way
into the box
after like 5 seconds and face the penalty.
Harrison even got up to continue his action.
That was no saying a penalty.
I just feel like say England don't add entertainment to their Premier League games. They just like to create this controversy every weekend.
Yes.
When you now go chew to next weekend.
Yes.
Maybe.
Just put controversy.
You don't see what don't appear for Sky Sport. They talk. Next weekend they give another drama.
They have a Sky Sports show ref
Or
watch.
ref watch.
So you cannot do a whole weekend and there's no.
Wait. So what's your segment go do that?
Last season, how many apologies did PGMO release?
They go continue to
How many apologies?
Entertainment don't enter their football. I don't
Apology
tell
after
you.
apology after apology after
Look at what sports coach said. He said they've killed his what's it called? His love for the game. That he feel less of the game now. That there's nothing he wants to feel again. That he just on the touchline just looking because the referee have killed the fun of the game.
Something that will not kill your fun. Bet Naija maximum payout 200 million. What you dey wait for small money? Go for big money. Then remember, as you dey watch, you fit comment. You can give us talking points. You can give us topics. We go discuss them. Once we discuss them, you go stand chance to win from 250,000 naira. Bet Naija even won't reward you as you dey watch. When you dey think, say, I would love for them to discuss this topic. Put them for the comment section. Put them. Make you see what I will not go discuss them. And if we discuss them, make you see what I will not go credit you. Now only Bet Naija dey run now. Boom, boom, boom. Welcome back to the Home Turf Podcast, brought to you by Bet Naija, your home of Bet Boom. This segment is called Hot Tips. We're going to run through some of the interesting fixtures this weekend so that you self go begin look, say, okay, I go watch this particular one. In the English Premier League, Manchester City are at home against Crystal Palace. Another interesting game this weekend. Southampton host Aston Villa. The points where Southampton don't carry, and them are relegation now 5 and 6. But Aston Villa, they look for top 4, and they go want to do everything to win that game. So that game's supposed sweet. Maybe play for pride or play to even beat them black blue. Then there's also Newcastle United versus Manchester United. This game go dey very, very tough. And man, you go want to do everything to fit win that particular one. Chelsea, Ipswich, Liverpool, West Ham United. In the La Liga, Real Sociedad host Real Mallorca. Celta Vigo are at home against Espanyol. Real Madrid travel to Alaves. And Barcelona are away against Leganés. In the Serie A, Udinese will take on AC Milan. There's Inter Milan versus Cagliari, Atalanta, Bologna, and finally, Lazio, Roma. That game be like waiting, get plenty action. Because Roma, since Claudio Ranieri, they don't do plenty things. In the Bundesliga, Bayer Leverkusen are at home against Union Berlin. Bayern Munich will play Borussia Dortmund. Irrespective of where these people dey for table, this game, they always dey very, very tough. And we expect fireworks for that particular one. In the Liga, Monaco against Marseille. And PSG already win that one. So nothing where you go play for there, we really dey very, very important.
Get explosive odds at random. Introducing Bet Boom. Get massive odds on any sports bet, however you play. Singles, multiples, in play. Zoom. It's time to boom your bet. Available now, only on Bet Naija.
Now let's go to the Sure Banker. I am going to just call out games, and I would love your expert take on them. When I know say
You don't tell win.
yes. But as
You don't
Pooja
tell
Adepoju
win.
and Ogala, maybe their grace will cover us because our be like say
Now start from Asawa, they bring come here.
So may I use this one? Sour games for picky games, don't sour.
okay. So there's Brighton versus Leicester City. Brighton at home against Leicester City. Leicester just be like the whipping boys.
Have they won in like 10?
I don't
They've
not
waste
got
of us to me again United.
They've won one game in 14 games.
So Brighton to win.
Yes, sir.
Brighton
And
to
over
win.
1.5.
At the Amex, right?
Yes.
To even top himself with over 1.5, but we'll just do Brighton.
Already relegated Southampton play host to Aston Villa.
And at this time, where relegated teams they win match.
No, they don't relegate.
Yes, now this time where they win match, they are relegated. They
But
don't
Aston Villa
relegate.
won't finish for
They
top
don't
4.
even break the record. They don't want break.
Aston Villa won't finish for
Relegated
top 4.
with like 7 games to go.
Aston Villa
over
won't
7
finish
games.
for top 4.
If you do win it out.
We need that half for Aston Villa.
Aston Villa
at
won't
least-
qualify you.
Okay.
Okay.
Then there's Arsenal versus Brentford. Can Arsenal
No,
afford?
make Salah do that one.
So I did that for.
No, Arsenal Brentford. No, it's a straight win for Arsenal now. It's a straight win for Arsenal.
With the whole Champions League shenanigans, when go they on our mind?
It's a straight win for Arsenal.
Let's do goals over 1.5.
Over 1.5.
Arsenal go always
Don't go
concede.
bank on
No,
Arsenal
that
to
game
win.
is don't go do go because that game is a
No,
clean sheet for
1.5.
Arsenal.
No,
Over 1.5.
It's a clean sheet for Arsenal.
Over 1.5.
Maybe Arsenal can score 2 against Brentford.
Okay.
Arsenal can score
We
2.
saw Mbwamade.
Okay. Arsenal go
Really,
concede.
even with Kivio and Timber centre back safe.
Arsenal go
they don't
concede.
go
No
see
get
no
the way when they want one. Then go concede.
I thought they used
Later they go
They
start
must
styling, go
concede.
begin to cry again.
Okay, there is also Atletico Madrid against Real Valladolid.
win for
Atletico Madrid straight win.
Atletico straight win.
Yeah.
Inter Milan Cagliari. Inter at home. Inter Cagliari.
That's straight win.
I think all the teams playing at home at Serie A, I think they will win.
There's Champions League in between. I usually say this thing that before Champions League matches, before and after Champions League games, in between there is first and second leg.
Inter the Chase League.
Inter the Chase League.
First and second leg.
But
Madrid
they are
in the
winning
Chase
that
League.
half go small.
But Inter to win at the San Siro against Cagliari. Juventus Lecce. Juve winner that half. New coach.
New coach bounce, and they did well against AS Roma.
Not bad. Ended the draw. Scored first.
Yeah, Juve to
Played
win.
1-1. Okay. Then finally, Napoli versus Empoli. Napoli at home. And they chased the title also.
Maybe they win because Conte needs something, and they need to continue to fight.
All right.
I mean, they've lost team.
All right.
Napoli
All
win.
right. So we don't gather the 7 games. The code go there your screen. Put body 7 put body.
Pooja is back.
Pooja is back.
Wake up to boom.
You don't blow the
here.
thing over him.
Okay, come over here.
You don't blow him. Arrange him. And hopefully, when we see next time, now boom, 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 now we're going to shout. Welcome to the Prediction Guru segment on the Home Tough podcast. On the Prediction Guru segment, you have the opportunity to win fantastic prizes. Cash follow. Merchandise branded by BetNaija also follow. All you need to do is to give me the correct outcome of 3 games. Una know say before now 5 games. I will go tell una say make una tell us the correct score. BetNaija come and say husband material. Don't do that now. Why are you stressing my people? Give them just 3 games. Let them give me the outcome. Win, lose, or draw. And I'm going to reward them. Hey! They not get anywhere where you go see this one. So I beg, I go give you 3 games now. All I need you to do now to tell me which team go win. Whether the game go end for draw or which team go lose. Are you ready? Newcastle United versus Manchester United. Bayern Munich versus Borussia Dortmund. And Inter Milan versus Cagliari. Tell me which of these games go end for draw, which team go win or which team go lose. Let me take it again. Newcastle versus Manchester United. Bayern Munich versus Borussia Dortmund. And Inter Milan versus Cagliari. Boom! 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 Now BetNaija the runner. Thanks to the men who join me. Sawa,
Yeah,
you do
champion,
well.
incoming Champions League champion. That's how you do now.
We not talk about it.
That's
We
how
not talk.
You won't bet.
See, we
You won't
supposed
bet.
we
I asked them what they win Champions League.
we
You don't fit beat
supposed
them. Who they want before that
to end
Champions
show
League?
on a high note. Which one be
Incoming champion. Even if there are words of affirmation.
You know,
Wait first.
you know
wait
even
first,
this one
wait
not
first,
supposed
wait
to-
first.
you know
I
even
want
talk
all
about
of you. I want all of you to
Champions
make a
League.
pledge here now.
Okay.
If man start with you.
Oh, yeah.
If Arsenal win Champions League, what you go give me?
500k.
I beg right now.
Right now, 500k. But wait, if you don't know what you go give me.
First, if Arsenal win Champions League, what you go give me?
A sign of @𝗧𝗦𝗥𝗖𝗠𝗟 jersey.
I will take it. If Arsenal win Champions League, what you go give me?
I will allow you host the show.
Whether he go so travel, I go host the show. He go so travel, I go host the show. So tell me, what you go give me?
I will allow you host the show.
I go host the show whether or without he allow me.
Promise
I go host the show.
won't beat them,
Promise
no
me
fit
If
something.
Arsenal no win, what you go
Wait,
give
Arsenal
us?
Champions League.
Okay,
Wait,
but
If Arsenal don't win, what you go do?
say what you go give. We go call the
if
Barca.
Arsenal don't win the Champions
Yeah.
League,
When you go give
You go
me?
buy rice.
the
Yeah,
episode after the Champions League final.
No, not after the final. After you are knocked out. Which will be after the Champions League?
Yeah,
final?
yes,
Why they keep up? What
yes,
they knock?
yes.
You are going out.
We are winning the Champions League.
No problem.
We are winning
We have it
Champions
on
League.
record.
Yes.
We have it on record. No
Yes.
problem. We'll go plan for you again.
Yes.
Yes, we'll go
Arsenal
play.
is winning the Champions
Yes.
League.
No.
That's where make Arteta rest players against Everton. Oh my. is winning this season Champions League.
But round off show, make we dey go out.
Oh yeah, now no wahala. We don't round off. We go begin to go out soon. I don't hear am from Sawa. He say Arsenal go win Champions League. Fingers crossed. We dey wait. Boom, boom, boom. No, I not supposed add boom to after Arsenal. Ogana, thank you very much, Baba. God bless you. Bye bye.